imagine everybody is really keyed up because we have some great wrestling upcoming during the next hour. Before we get into the matches, however, let me introduce an old friend of mine, a great competitor, and certainly a pleasure to have him here on World Championship Wrestling, Scott Casey. Scott, welcome.
How you doing? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It has been indeed, sir.
It's good to see you. You know, I get to watch your show quite often down there in Texas, and I like the competition up here. It's been very rugged, and that's what I look for. And there's one man that I'm particularly interested in, and that happens to be Buzz Sawyer. Now, when I come up here, I asked the promoters, I said, I want to try to get the toughest competition around. And it seems to me that Buzz Sawyer happens to be one of the toughest men, so I'm looking forward to maybe having a championship match with him or any type of match.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, he is and has been running roughshod. He got rid of got into a loser-leave town match with a good friend of yours, Dick Murdoch, and unfortunately Mr. Murdoch is gone.
Well, that's true. So that tells you right there that the man's very tough, because I've known Dickie for a long time, and we're both from the Panhandle of Texas, and I've got to say again, Sawyer is a tough man, so I'm looking forward to meeting him in the squared circle.
Well, we've got some great matches upcoming today, by the way, including an interesting series of elimination matches, tag team matches, and we'll be telling you more about that in just a little bit later. Also, we're going to be seeing Wild Bill Irwin and, of course, the very popular Tommy Wildfire Rich. So should be an action-packed program.
That's true, Gord. You know, I was watching your TV, and I was wanting to ask you what happened in that elimination match, because it went off the air before we got a chance to see.
Are you talking about the six-man last week?
Right.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, let's do on that case, and Scott, you've got a good point there. As you know, of course, we did have a six-man tag team match in progress when we went off the air, and luckily, of course, our Kramer crew and our very alert director managed to continue videotaping, and we'd like to bring you the closing moments of that particular situation, the Road Warriors and Paul Ellering, and take a look.
You can see it's Arn Anderson, Chief Joe Lightfoot, and Brett Wayne going up against the Road Warriors, and Ellering, who is scheduled to wrestle, did not dress out. He is there. He has a perfect right to be at the ring, and of course, if he doesn't choose to dress, that's his business, I suppose. And so it is Arn Anderson moving out against one of the Road Warriors, and as Anderson very quickly meting out some punishment. Full-arm drag and twist, and a tag is made. Brett Wayne moves into the ring. And now Lightfoot tags up. And so the combination of Lightfoot, Anderson, and Wayne has been proving very effective. They've had 3 tags. All right, a tag is made with the Road Warriors. And Lightfoot moves back. They lock up collar and elbow. And time is moving right along here.
Well, these kids are really doing good. Those Road Warriors finding out big doesn't always make the best.
Really no question about that. Some good strategy here. Less than a minute left, and it is
Ellering, and I look at the people, I know what they want. They want to see Ellering get his backside. Come on, Arn!
Ellering, a cheap shot on Arn Anderson. As
the way Ellering always does it. He never comes in the ring to wrestle. He's always got to have somebody else there. Ellering's a good wrestler. He's a good-looking kid. He's got all kinds of things going for him. He's got to do that kind of stuff. Come on, Arn! Fight your way out of it!
Only seconds remaining, and certainly one of the greatest hours of World Championship Wrestling that I've ever seen. But time is against us now. Ole Anderson just hit the ring. Ole Anderson just hit the ring, and he caught Paul Ellering, and now he's letting loose with everything he's got. And so Joe Lightfoot, Arn Anderson, and Brett Wayne battling it out with the Road Warriors and Paul Ellering, and now referee Nick Patrick and Scrappy McGowan trying to restore order. They're pulling Paul Ellering out of the ring. And brother, the referee holding up the hand of Brett Wayne, Joe Lightfoot, and Arn Anderson over the top rope, and Ole Anderson made sure that Mr. Ellering and the Road Warriors knew where he was coming from.
And Ole Anderson has joined me here at the podium now, and of course that was the way that ended last week.
You know, we talk about America, we talk about unions, people that are together. Well, certainly there's no greater country than the United States of America, and I've talked about it many times. A guy like Paul Ellering has come down here with a couple of people, one guy from Iran, a country that kept our people hostage for how many weeks? He's got two other people named the Road Warriors, came out of Chicago. They ought to go back to Chicago. Maybe they ought to go to Iran with the Sheik. But the thing about Ellering is that he has no love for this country. That's the one thing that you can't take away from me, and you can't take away from these people in this studio audience, and you sure aren't going to take it away from the rest of the people in the country, Paul. You talked about how big and how bad you were, how bad the people are that you've got under your employ, and you didn't think that we could find anybody. You thought that we were just going to be sitting in the back somewhere. Well, I want you to know that my cousin, Arn Anderson, still has the Anderson name. It's not Ellering, and he's not going to change it. But we managed to find somebody. We had to chase around a little bit, but we've got ourselves a young guy, too, and he's also pretty good size. And I want everybody here in the studio and the people at home to take a look at this guy and compare him with the Road Warriors in size, because, Ellering, you're not the only guy that can go out and find somebody, but this guy is going to be for us. He's for America. Arn, come on out here and bring Man Mountain Darso. I want you to take a look at this guy, Gordon. Here he is, 325 pounds. Got his head. Show your muscle. Pull it up. Give him an arm. Give him an arm. Take a look at this guy.
Man.
This is what America is like, Paul Ellering. And this is the guy that's going to be sitting in our corner. This is the guy that's sometimes even going to be in the ring. Your Road Warriors get out of line. Oh, they're 270. They're big. This guy's 3 1/4. He's got 50, 60 pounds he can throw around. You come on down. Give him that arm again. Give him that arm. Ellering, can you imagine what's going to be like if we get your pointy little head? Get that pointy little head of yours stuck in between this big guy's arm, and he's got right here. This is all we need to chop it off. Ellering, you bring your Road Warriors, you bring your Sheik, because we're ready for you. The Andersons are back together again, and America's here. We're back. Get ready.
There you have it, the comments, and a very, very determined fighting back Anderson. Well, for the first time ever here on World Championship Wrestling, we're going to have an elimination tag team match here, pitting Mr. Wrestling 2 and Pistol Pez Watley against Larry Zbyszko and Tully Blanchard. And I've asked Mr. Zbyszko to come out here and try and explain exactly how this thing is going to be set up.
First of all, I want to say something. As everybody can see, Gordon, I hear the national heavyweight champion has gotten the belt back. My attorney, Bob Goodstein, contacted the NWA, and from what I understand, Bob Geigel himself had to tell Mr. Wrestling number 2 that he couldn't act like a baby anymore. He couldn't be a thief. He had to give the belt back. They made him give the belt back, and he did. So that's taken care of. But let me say something. I'm sick and tired of Mr. 2's tricks. You know, the man is smart, and I got a lot of respect for him. And I am not going to allow myself to be trapped by him someplace when his friend, Mr. Wrestling number 1, is going to, pull some shenanigan. So I'm telling you what this match is about that we've got going here. He's been complaining, and he's been, trying to get back to the NWA that the $25,000, which also came with this belt, I stole from him. So let me say something to everybody out there listening. I took $25,000 and I put it up against his mask. Mr. 2 accepted it in a tag team elimination match.
Wait a minute, you mean this is the match that's coming up on
Oh,
television?
it's coming up right now on television.
His mask is on the line?
His mask is on the line against $25,000. Now, I got a partner here, Tully Blanchard, who's a tough man. I like his style, from San Antonio, Texas, and he's going to be my partner. Mr. 2 picked a partner, his little friend, his little stooge, Pistol Pez Watley. So what I'm telling everybody right now, all Tully and I have to do is get rid of Watley, and then it's going to be Tully and myself against Mr. 2, and then nothing's going to stop us, Gordon. It's going to be 2 against 1, and it's all legal. So if he wants that $25,000, which he obviously does, he put up his mask. So what?
Not to interrupt you, Larry, but I tell you what, there is no one man on the face of the earth that can beat 2 people. the mask is coming off on national television today.
Right now, Gordon.
All right, Mr. Zbyszko, Mr. Blanchard, go right ahead. Go on. These will be, this match is by the round system. There will be 3 6-minute rounds. And that is upcoming. I've asked Mr. Wrestling 1 to join me to lend his comments, but let's go to the ring at this time. Referee is Scrappy McGowan. First of all, I know wrestling too well to know that Wrestling 2 is not doing this really for the 25,000. He's not a greedy.
Well, he might be a little greedy, and he'd certainly like the 25,000, but that's not the real point. 2 is not going to back down from anybody. This is a matter of honor, and Zbyszko is insulting. He insults everybody. He's about as insulting as anybody I know. 2 is not going to back down, so this is more a thing of honor than the $25,000.
Yeah, but if that mask comes off, my friend.
Well, let me tell you, I've been around too for some time. How many times have you seen the mask come off, Gordon?
Well, that's very true. That's very true. But this,
all a man has to do is put his hands on that mask, and it seems like 2's energy just about triples instantly. Let's see what happens.
Well, excellent point now as it's Pistol Pez Whatley getting set to move out. And it'll be Whatley apparently moving out against the national heavyweight champion, Larry Zbyszko. And Zbyszko, in his usual bit of psychological warfare before the match gets underway, and Mr. Whatley giving him a touch of a... And it is Wrestling 2 tagging up. And it looks like it's going to be Tully Blanchard now moving out. A lot of chess playing going on right now.
Absolutely. This is a really unusual match. It happened. I don't know exactly how it evolved, but something's going to happen here. Somebody's going to lose $25,000, or somebody's going to lose a mask. I don't know what's going to happen. But there's going to be a lot of activity, and I'm not going to be too far away from it either.
That's for sure, and it is Tully Blanchard now finding himself in a side headlock at the hands of Pistol Pez Whatley, who had made the tag. Pistol Pez fires off the ropes, catches him a good shoulder smash. Whatley back into a good hip lock takedown. Blanchard went for a head scissors. Whatley powers out, and Blanchard almost in trouble.
Blanchard's a tough cookie, Southwest champion. He was brought in here not because he's a nice guy either. Zbyszko's no fool. The tougher the man he can get in here to get his licks in today, or take the mask off too, why, the better he's going to like it. Great.
Does indeed. Yeah, Blanchard is a second-generation wrestler, of course, and when you think of the great competitors of the past, you have to think of Joe Blanchard. Wow, beautiful takedown by Whatley. But Tully is very quickly tags up with Larry Zbyszko, and once again, the referee, Scrappy McGowan, making sure that Blanchard leaves the ring. Zbyszko doing a bit of strategizing, if you will, and it is Whatley rolling reverse. He's got it. No, sir. Broke it up. And Zbyszko's becoming a interesting study of frustration.
Yeah, he's frustrated all right, but he did get his belt back. That really upset a lot of people. 2 told him if he wanted to get it, come and get it. All he did was cry to his lawyer. Finally, the NWA did see that he got his belt back. But that is certainly not the end of the story, as another chapter is taking place right this minute.
All right, Tully Blanchard moves in, and so Mr. Zbyszko doesn't seem overly anxious to tangle with Wrestling 2. His strategy probably is to try and exhaust him by using Tully Blanchard as his frontline troop.
proven very well. You know, he grew up, since he's been a little tyke, he grew up with wrestling. His dad was a fine wrestler.
Yep.
In fact, his dad was a good wrestler. It seems like Tully's taken a few shortcuts since I saw him last. But Southwest champion, he has beaten and defeated a lot of people. Very wisely takes an exit out of the ring. He saw that knee. Everybody knows about that knee of wrestling too.
And Tully Blanchard certainly showed the respect that that knee has, and that $1 million knee lift has brought about a reputation for wrestling too that is worldwide. And so Blanchard, discretion the better part of valor, leaving the ring back inside once again. And hey, that can stop the tempo as well. That can kick your timing way out.
This is a very interesting, this is unusual. Very unusual match. $25,000. Now, if two can ever get to the point where one man is eliminated, then two can legally end up on one. Of course, that's the strategy that Blanchard and Zbyszko hope to be able to carry off.
Tag is made, and Wrestling 2 is waiting for Zbyszko. Zbyszko, hesitant, moves into the ring slowly. 2 is ready for him. 2 begins to stalk him, moving in. And Zbyszko becoming somewhat unnerved now. 2 reaching for him, but he's too clever to walk into that trap. And so Wrestling 2 waiting. Zbyszko getting the side headlock. The tag is made. Pistol Pez Watley was waiting, and brother, did he catch him beautifully.
He did. That's timing. That's timing. I don't think Zbyszko ever saw it coming. 2 reached back and tagged Watley. Beautiful. Beautiful. 1-2. I thought he had it.
Back on their feet once again. Pistol Pez Watley watching him carefully. Get set, moves in. They're up against the turnbuckles, and it is... All right, that's the end of round 1. The end of round 1. It is the end of round 1. Neither team has gained a pinfall. Neither team has had a disqualification, so consequently, we'll be back in just a moment or two with round 2 of this elimination tag team match that's going on here today on World Championship Wrestling. I'll take just a second now to talk further to Wrestling 1. I know that you frankly advised him against going into this.
Yes. It's not the money. It's not the $25,000. Certainly that means something. It's honor. That's something that Zbyszko could never understand. He has no honor. He'll do anything to get what he wants, not to. So that's the reason this thing is taking place right now before your eyes. And he'll know what honor is all about before this match is over.
Thank you very much. I would like to remind you there will be wrestling tonight in Cincinnati at the Riverfront Coliseum at 8:30. Also tonight in Chattanooga at Memorial Auditorium, and Mr. Elling has a busy...
Oh, Anderson, least you forget that America is only great because I was born here, because I was born in this country. Now the Sheik, it's so ironic, so close to the 4th of July. This is the day, Iran versus the USA, and Ronnie Garvin, this is your last chance. And the Sheik will be the one that's dishing out some foreign aid this time. The Road Warriors, when they're bad, they're very bad. Remember that, Ole. When they're bad, they're... Cincinnati, Ohio! Tonight, wildfire, no disqualification. Anything goes, it goes on and on. And in the Army, they're bringing me a cowboy from San Antonio, Texas. Skid Casey, you come to the Army tomorrow night because the Mad Dog is going to be there. I'm taking it to San Antonio, Texas. The Mad Dog going all around the world because I got TW, Wildfire, Tommy Rich on my mind. Casey Rich, the Mad Dog is fighting you. I'm coming you.
Well, we get, of course, the elimination match in 3 6-minute rounds. The first here on World Championship Wrestling. And it has thus far proven a draw between the teams of Tully Blanchard and Larry Zbyszko, going up against Mr. Wrestling 2 and Pistol Pez Watley.
And it's going to be interesting. We're going to be coming back in just a couple of moments then with round 2 of this elimination tag team match. Getting set to go now with round 2 in this elimination tag team event. And suddenly Zbyszko is asking for time for some reason.
What he's concerned about, I just happened to walk over and just, it had nothing to do with the match, say something to Tu and Whatley, and he's saying, watch him, I think he passed him something, be careful. You know I'm not going to do something like that, Gordon.
That I do indeed, and it's Zbyszko in trouble now. Whatley caught. Whatley caught that time, and it is Zbyszko with a full body slam on Pistol Pez, and he makes a tag with Tully Blanchard. Tully Blanchard, wow, caught him right in the side of the rib cage. Quick snap mare that has Whatley down once again, and then drives a knee squarely in the middle of the back. Referee Scrappy McGowan down there checking those shoulders very quickly. He's a fine official, excellent referee.
Zbyszko and Blanchard, they're going for it. And they realize they can't do it alone. They are using teamwork. When you get an egotist like Zbyszko, sometimes you wonder if he can really function as an individual.
He seems to always have himself surrounded with somebody, including a man that he now says is his special and very impartial referee, Killer Brooks.
Yeah, that's a real pair. But, a very interesting match coming up.
Deep double underhook and a beautiful move by Blanchard that puts Whatley down and in trouble, and Blanchard continues to punish him. Things are not looking very good at this point.
Whatley's a fighter. Whatley is a fighter. You watch. All he's got to do is get there over there, make that tag to Tu. This is tag team wrestling. Nobody knows more about that type of wrestling than my partner and myself, and Whatley and Tu have been well versed in what to expect.
And it is again Tully Blanchard punishing Pistol Pez Whatley. And all right, it was before the count. It was before the count, so he's within their limitations. Neckbreaker. Whatley powers out again. That would have stopped the average competitor, but Whatley is made of tough stuff indeed. Good block by Whatley in a reversal.
Beautiful move. Whatley trying to make that tag. I don't know if he can make it or not.
And it's Blanchard now punishing Whatley, and it is Whatley. Beautiful drop kick on Tully Blanchard. A headbutt that has Blanchard down to the canvas, and it could be that the tide is turning here. And a quick tag by Zbyszko, but no, sir. It's they're double teaming, and it is Wrestling 2 after Zbyszko.
Tried to take advantage. Blanchard tried to take advantage when the referee's back was turned to throw Whatley out. Whatley reversed it, threw him out as a counter move, and now Blanchard trying to say it was deliberate.
Well, the point is it was over the top rope, and so that's an automatic disqualification, and this means now that Wrestling 2, and he is indeed. Of course, they have to adhere to tag team rules, so they have to tag in and tag out. But this means they can get a much-needed respite, but Wrestling 2 is going to have no opportunity. He's got to last to the end of the round, or it's going to be... they went for the mask.
This is what they wanted. This is the situation they wanted. It is legal. It's 2-on-1.
Tag is made once again. Tully Blanchard keeping him tied up before the count, and Larry Zbyszko getting in some cheap shots during the break, and Wrestling 2 beaten down on the canvas now, and he's got a lot of problems. And now Tully Blanchard getting in some extra punishment here. Wrestling 2 on his feet once again, but he's fighting two men.
Bad. A to admit, Gordon, it looks bad.
And he's after the mask again, and Wrestling 2 is a dazed, battered individual at this point. And Zbyszko trying to get that mask off. $25,000 against the mask, and Wrestling 2 caught him. He had him staggered. Wrestling 2 catches him again in the midsection.
2-on-1, it just wears a man down. He never gets any rest, Gordon.
Well, that's the thing, of course, that the other ones are getting rest. They're able to give their bodies a chance to recuperate a little bit. He's having to do it all by himself now. And, brother, he's still on his feet, and that is a credit indeed. Good reversal by Wrestling, and the bell is rung. The bell is rung on round 2. The bell has rung on round 2, and that means that Wrestling 2 gets a much-needed respite because he has one more 6-minute round to go without benefit of anybody being in his corner or on his team. He is going to have to face them strictly on his own. And I know a lot of other people were somewhat upset over the fact that Tommy Wildfire Rich has joined me. And Tommy?
How you doing, Gordon? You know, I just wanted to come out and thank all the people that sent the votes in. You know, I still kind of soak it in, man. It's just great to know the people still behind me.
Well, I'll tell you what, of course, as you know, World Championship Wrestling literally goes all over the world, and we cannot announce. We don't have the time, or we'd spend the entire hour telling you of all of the towns that we will be coming to. Men like Tommy Wildfire Rich and Mr. Wrestling 2, Ole Anderson, Paul Ellering, and a host of others. Check with your local media. Check with your local media, and you'll find out when you'll be able to see fellows like Tommy Wildfire Rich in action. By the way, Tommy, I want to at this time announce the winner of the contest. As you know, the winner will receive a round-trip airfare to Atlanta, to the Omni, and to meet you personally. And it's our pleasure to announce at this time the winner is Sean Cooper of South Elm Street, Dayton, Ohio, zip code 45449. So, Sean Cooper, congratulations. You are the winner of the contest, and at a time of your choosing, you'll be flown here to Atlanta, courtesy of World Championship Wrestling. You'll be taken to the Omni to see the matches, and you'll meet Tommy Wildfire Rich. And I know, of course, that whenever you're at the Omni, you're going to have pictures with you, sign autographs, and everything.
Yes, sir, Gordon. Next night, we're going to bring some pictures down, sign some pictures. I want to say hi to Sean and tell him we're looking forward to him coming down to Atlanta, too, Gordon. It's going to be a big night when he comes down.
Certainly, no question.
Now, wait just a minute, Gordon.
No, now you wait just a minute.
Wait just a minute. Let me tell you something, Thomas Rich. You know something? The Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer just happens to be the greatest wrestler in the world today. You're standing there looking at him. Not you, me, the Mad Dog. And those people out there and these people here don't know nothing what they're talking about. And I'm going to tell you something, Rich. I am the man. You remember Gordon Soley, loser, leave town, Dickie Murdoch, the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog's still here, Rich. And I'll continue to stay here. So when you're talking about signing those autographs, you better sign them all, Rich, because I've paid enough fines and I spent my money. Yeah! Let me tell you something. I've been in towns. I've been here all the autographs you want now because the Mad Dog ain't done with you. And they will let me go.
To all of you around the country, so pay close attention. All right, round 3 of this elimination tag team match, and it is Wrestling 2. And he has to go in there psychologically somewhat depressed, knowing that he's got 2 men to face.
He's not depressed, but he knows what's in store for him. He's been in this position before. Listen, we've been tag team champions of the world. We've been in a 2-on-1 situation before. He is capable of beating two men, regardless what they say. Maybe they don't know it, but he knows it, and that's the important thing.
Zbyszko and Blanchard got themselves, outfigured themselves, and now Wrestling 2 beginning to move with everything he's got, and he's taking it to the battle to them. Catches Zbyszko Blanchard back in the corner. Blanchard trying to get over to make that tag, and he's blocked. And so Wrestling 2 giving them a taste of their own medicine now. Double teaming here. Tully Blanchard catching him with a knee in the back as Zbyszko is keeping him tied up on the ropes. And as 2 tried to move away, it was Blanchard double teaming. And again, they're after that mask, and it was Wrestling 2 using that knee. Zbyszko fires to the midsection again. Wrestling 2 fires back. But how long can one man take this kind of punishment and survive?
He's having a tough time right now, Gordon, I have to admit. He's taking his toll on 2. But he's coming. I'm telling you, the man has never ceased to amaze me.
Hard knee to the side of the head, and Wrestling 2 driving toward the center of the ring, and it is Blanchard. A good block by Wrestling 2 is Blanchard. And it's Wrestling 2 reversing. Beautiful suplex by Mr. Wrestling 2. Blanchard trying to reach over and make the tag. A lateral float over and almost a pinfall for Wrestling 2. The tag is made, and the national heavyweight champion Larry Zbyszko moves into the ring. There's that knee, and you're right. The tide is beginning to turn here.
It is, and I love it. I love it.
A second near fall for Wrestling 2. Overhooks the head of Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko makes the tag with Tully Blanchard. Blanchard moves into the ring, and they get in some cheap shots during the break. Blanchard ripping across the eyes with the laces of those boots.
A lot of people wonder how he developed that knee, Wrestling 2. He used to be able to take a big sack of potatoes, back up and literally split it open. And even to this day, lots of times when he backs up and throws that knee, they call, where did those potatoes come from? And I'm telling you, they are feeling them today, and I'm sure for some time to come, we're going to be watching those potatoes fly.
And the 2 of them now double teaming on Blanchard. The referee having a problem trying to get them separated, and he's called for the bell. Tully Blanchard disqualified. Blanchard disqualified for not responding to the referee.
He was not the legal man in there.
That's right. So Blanchard is out. And now that leaves it down. The match continues as it is a 6-minute round. Wrestling 2 in trouble down on the mat. And so it is a one-on-one now with Wrestling 2 coming up very slowly. A lot of punishment has been meted out. And it is Wrestling. He's after that mask again of Wrestling 2. And Zbyszko caught with a roundhouse right. And it is Wrestling 2 back to his feet and firing away at Larry Zbyszko. And it is Zbyszko getting the pinfall, but he had his arm up on the ring. And it is Wrestling 1 explaining to the referee.
He had a hold of that rope up there, Gordon. You could see he had a hold of that rope. Zbyszko cheated on that deal.
All right. Verification there, too, from Ole Anderson. The referee signals for the match to continue. He's got him. Wrestling 2 takes the measure.
What was that, Goalie? You tell me what that was! at the Omni 2, I'm taking off that mask. The word Omni 2 means the end of you. The word Omni 2 means nobody is ever going to see you again. So help me. You think you got that $25,000? You take it from me like I took the belt. Take something too. Omni said, there's no more you. There's not room for two legends. No more tricks, Mr. 2. At the Omni, you got Woods. You got number 1. I got Tim Brooks. I got Killer Brooks. I tell you, you're not going to cheat me this time. You're not going to cheat me this time. I'm going to take off that mask. I'm going to be the champion. And I'll always be a legend.
We'll find out tomorrow night. And, of course, there will be wrestling tonight in Cincinnati at the Riverfront Coliseum. Also tonight in Chattanooga, Tennessee at Memorial Auditorium. Tomorrow night, an opportunity to get it all squared away.
Well, Cincinnati's where it's going to stop at the Omni. The Omni is where it's going to end. Let me tell you something. First of all, he owes me $25,000, which I will collect. Second of all, you took that belt that I legally won from you because you cried and cried to the commission. Well, let me tell you something. I'm coming for you, pal. I'm going to get you. I don't care where you go, how hard you try to get away. I'm going to get you. And the Omni tomorrow night is where it's going to start, and that's where it's going to end, man.
Well, as we said, of course, at the beginning of the program, Wild Bill Irwin will be in evidence today. He'll be competing. Also, we're going to be seeing Tommy Wildfire Rich a little bit later on in the show. We do have a match entering the ring at this time, and it will be Terry Ellis moving out against Wild Bill Irwin, and that is Irwin.
Hey, all you people out there, now I know you know who I am, but I'm going to tell you one more time. My name is Wild Bill Irwin, and I've come to this area to become the top dog, #1 dog, and let me tell you, I got the talent to do it. I'm going in the ring right here, right now, and I'm just going to show you.
Well, indeed. Wild Bill Irwin, and he does have quite a reputation, as a matter of fact.
And Irwin didn't even bother to take off his greatcoat after Ellis with everything that he's got, and it is Irwin just, wow. Drove a knee to the midsection, and Irwin catches him again. Amazing situation that Irwin just didn't bother to remove his greatcoat, his gloves, or anything else. Caught him and doubled him up that time. Irwin completely dominating this match and has exercised Ellis has had absolutely no opportunity to get moving at all. Taken off guard by Irwin, and Irwin has continued to just mete out all sorts of punishment. Rear chinlock now by Irwin. I want to say one thing for Ellis. He has stayed in with him. He has faced a lot of adversity, but any professional athlete understands when he steps onto that baseball diamond or onto the football gridiron or into that squared circle, that he is subject to whatever the sport dictates, and this sport does dictate a lot of one-on-one competition. And that's exactly what Mr. Ellis is finding out here with Mr. Wild Bill Irwin, although he may think there's 2 or 3 fellows in there against him right now. And it is Irwin on that second rope, crashing down across Ellis. It's all over. It is all over. Wild Bill Irwin is the winner once again. Speaking of winners, let me announce the winner of the contest once again, Sean Cooper of 1230 South Elm Street in Dayton, Ohio.
Just a minute, Gordon Soul.
You just saw what Wild Bill Irwin can do out there, and I didn't even take my jacket off. Now, I hear that this Wildfire Tommy Rich was voted some type of a MVP or most extraordinary wrestler of 1982.
Right.
Well, he's living in the past, Jack, because it's 1983, and Wild Bill Irwin is here to get the 1, 2, 3 on all the people.
Indeed. Well, interesting comment, and he has issued a challenge to Tommy Wildfire Rich. Right now, we've got a very, very special word coming up that I think deserves your closest attention. Well, Mr. Irwin,
I'm not going nowhere. I walked off here a second ago, and I thought to myself, I'm not going anywhere till I see this Mr. Wonderful, this Mr. Pretty Boy, this Mr. Wildfire Tommy.
well, right now
I
we
want to see him out here.
Yeah, well, I don't have time for this right now. We do have some important words coming up. We'll be back in just a moment.
Where is he? What?
It's impossible, sir.
It's not impossible. All you got to do is get the man out here. He must be afraid of me or something. Where's this Tommy Wildfire?
I would appreciate it, sir.
I need to see this goof. I want to see.
All you have to do, sir, is look to the ring. Tommy Wildfire Rich will be competing. Well, I don't have time for this, and it will be Tommy Wildfire Rich competing in just a moment. I notice that Mr. No, sir. And it is Irwin going into the ring against Tommy Wildfire Rich. And it's Wild Bill Irwin. And, brother, he is unloading on Tommy Rich. Rich told him, come on in. And that's exactly what Irwin did. And he catches Rich again. Tommy Wildfire Rich suddenly fires back. Wild Bill Irwin coming off the ropes, and Tommy Wildfire Rich catches him with a hard right hand. Another right hand to the head, another one in, Irwin misses. Another solid connection, and again Irwin misses, and it is Tommy Wildfire Rich finding the range. He's right on target now, and Irwin is driven back into the turnbuckle. Wild Bill Irwin, he wanted action. He's found it with Tommy Wildfire Rich. Rich smashed into that turnbuckle now as Irwin. Taking advantage of that early attack on Tommy Wildfire Rich. Wild Bill Irwin has him up. And Tommy Wildfire Rich has got some problems now. Irwin, a big, powerfully built individual with obviously an extremely aggressive attitude and personality. Rich again fires to the midsection. Rich, good move. Hooked those ropes and then suddenly scored effectively on Wild Bill Irwin. Rich has him again. And so it is Rich beginning to turn the tide here on this battle. Rich, the standing guillotine, the abdominal stretch. He's got Irwin in trouble here. Irwin may be conceding. And it is, wait a minute. Buzz Sawyer just charged the ring. Buzz Sawyer just charged the ring. And now it is Wild Bill Irwin and Buzz Sawyer both punishing Tommy Wildfire Rich. We've got a 2-on-1 situation here. Tommy Rich unable to move now as they continue to punish him. Hold on, Scott Casey. Scott Casey just hit the ring. Scott Casey just hit the ring. somewhat maniacal laughter of one Buzz Sawyer as he went by, but it is Scott Casey and Tommy Wildfire Rich who have cleared the ring, and certainly some form of justice has been served. So Wild Bill Irwin and Buzz Sawyer, two peas in a pod, if you will. All I can say is that Mr. Wrestling 2 is certainly looking for that $25,000 and that National Heavyweight Championship. Mr. Irwin found out in a hurry that Tommy Wildfire Rich is indeed not living in the past, but very much here in the present. Buzz Sawyer, well, Scott Casey said he was looking for a little of Buzz Sawyer. He found a little, I'm sure, not enough, but that's an idea of what the future might bring.
Let me tell you, Tommy and I were talking back there, the dressing room. I know just exactly what you're talking about now, Tommy. I came out here for competition. I don't see two guys beating up on one guy as a competition. I'll watch your back, brother, if you'll watch mine. And I'll tell you.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Scott. It shows one doggone thing, that these guys like Zbyszko and Mr. Irwin and Buzz Sawyer, they might have their little group, but we've got ours too, and we're going to run those people right out of this doggone place.
That's this hour.
The announcers on this program are employed by Georgia Championship Wrestling Incorporated.